here it is. One of my favorite games in the world, even though just about everybody else hates it, for reasons I can't understand, because this game is so swell. Look at this. Look at these words. It's flying across the screen like fucking Star Wars. What is that little ship in the back there? It could be anything. Could be anything. What is it? It's a flying ship, of course. Look at this. Just watch this beautiful cutscene that is going on like 20 years old now. But still, it fills me with joy. Look, the mother lode. Instantly, you're connected to a reason that this world exists. The reason that people fight. Diggers. They travel from one island to another in their flying machine. See, there's the flying machine. Already, this game is super smart. Chances are, you don't know anything about this game. Well, that's going to change. Because I can't stress it enough. I fucking love this game. And I'll show you why. Chances are pretty high that after I'm done recording this, which is one of the reasons I'm recording this, is because I want to do like a full-on sort of professional review video, which I've never done before. And I would like to do several, actually. Haven't necessarily decided on all of them, but Mega Man Legends is one that I've wanted to review forever. And I think it's time. Now that I have this YouTube channel, I can play through it as a Let's Play, and then when I'm done, I'll have all kinds of footage ready to go, and boom, there's my review. Of course, you'll hear me talk about a lot of the shit through this playthrough, but, you know, the review is going to be something that people will latch onto who want to watch. People don't necessarily latch on to these Let's Play videos as well, but, you know. I apologize. My cat is fucking with a plastic sack, which is obnoxious considering that he has been perfectly well for like 3 hours doing absolutely nothing, and I left a plastic sack laying right there, and he is fucking with it. However, I don't want to cut this cutscene, because this cutscene is nice. See, that's a refractor. That's more or less money, and it's also energy. Refractors make the world of Mega Man Legends go around. I'm gonna comment real quickly on they call this Mega Man Volnut, or Rockman Volnut, however you wish to call him. I call him Mega Man because I'm American, but some Mega Man enthusiasts have just refused to call him anything but Rockman. Whatever. Notice he's not wearing a helmet. That's pretty interesting, right? Considering that almost every variation of Mega Man before him, which was pretty much just Mega Man and Mega Man X at this point in time, wore a helmet. Well, they said, fuck that. Let's make him anime as shit. Look at this. Look at how pretty it is. I like looking at it. Okay, give me just 1 second. We are returning. Wait a second. There should be a Reaver bot. Oh, see, look at it building story as we go. Can you see it? I think I can. It looks like a small one. That's what she said. You should be able to take it down with your Buster Gun. Done. Press square to fire. Press R2 to lock on. No, I think I got it. Come on out, buddy. Boom, 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 son. Look at this game. Boom, boom. That's right. Oh, yes. I'm already just really feeling it. See, it tells you to turn right. You could kinda, if you want to go fight them Reaver bots, you can. But I know this game pretty well. I'm not fucking around with it. No, leave me alone. I don't want that kind of girl. I think there could be something. Where are you going, Mega Man? That's not the right way. Shut up, Roll. I don't like the way that looks. Maybe you better head back. Maybe you better shut the fuck up, bro, because this is kind of my shit. How's about that, huh? Oh, shit, I don't remember what this is. Oh, no. Look at these little fucking worm fucks. Oh, man. Oh, boy. So, a lot of people hate this game because of its controls. I guess it's kind of awkward if you're not used to it. See, like, turning left and right is L1 and R1, like that. You can strafe with the D-pad, which this game was made before there was dual shock controllers. Interesting tidbit right there. Yeah, I see a door, okay? It's right there, in front of my fucking face! Anyway, it's, I believe it was ahead of its time. I know you might be like, that's stupid, Can Man. Well, it's not, okay? It's more or less a third-person shooter. They just made do with what they had, which was at the time only triggers, which still weren't even a very new thing, or wasn't a very like normal thing back then. A lot of games didn't even utilize the trigger buttons, truth be told. And this one said, hey, you know, I want it to be like a third person, but I want you to really be able to control your character as opposed to the camera just kind of like following a specific path or being top down, which was pretty standard at the time. So what they did is they said, hey, we'll put the camera behind him, and you turn with L1 and R1. Which if you think, nowadays, with first and third person shooters, it's more or less exactly that, except instead of using the triggers, which they now use to shoot and whatnot, they used it to turn. So it's like if you took L1 and R1, and you, like, put that on the right stick, then, oh shit, no. See, I always hated this. Like, when you explode this thing, it gives you an explanation, but if you don't, like, quickly get through it, the shit you earned will, like, disappear. No, stop. Okay, maybe it won't. I guess it paused it. I'm stupid. But anyway, yeah, if you took L1 and R1, which is what I'm doing right here, and you put them on the right stick of the PlayStation controller, DualShock, Xbox controller, whatever the fuck you're playing with, and, like, that would just be a third-person shooter. I mean, it would. You know, granted, you can't go up and down, like back then you couldn't with the triggers, but it just fucking worked. Use the RT to track enemies above and below you. So this is kind of like a, I guess you could kind of call it like a Z targeting sort of thing, except you're stationary. You know, it's not bad. It works for this game because this game was developed for like with its limitations. That's what is smart about it. It's not like made to where it will cripple you, that's what I call a game with bad controls. If it's like the game was developed in a way where the controls will actually cripple you, then it's bad. But if the controls work just fine for it, then it's good. It's like people who complain about Resident Evil controls. Like, the game never throws anything at you that you can't handle with the tools they've given you. I mean, that's what makes Resident Evil so good. But countless times you'll hear people say, oh, I fucking hate the controls. Get over yourself, okay? Because that's just the way it was back then. Controls were limited. We haven't always had 76 buttons. I mean, like right now I'm playing this with the PS4 controller. So I have R1, R2, L1, L2, a share and options button, which are just fucking start and select. D-pad, the left and right stick, they go all over the place. You can click them in. Square, X, circle, triangle, a fucking touchpad that you can also click in different spots. And then the, like, PlayStation symbol button. I mean, it's so many options. The PS1 controller originally just had fucking square, circle. Oh, shit! It just had square, circle, triangle, X, L1, L2, R2, R1, and then it had the D-pad, which was your primary source of running. That's just how it worked. So this motherfucker right here, he's pretty easy. But, you know, like, back then you didn't see a bunch of, like, large 3D bosses. This kind of gives you an idea of, like, what you have in store for you. Like, this thing's pretty big, and he's the first boss. So you just gotta think, if he's the first boss, how much bigger are they gonna get? Well, they get bigger, I'll tell you that. Like my cock. Hoo-hoo! Swing! Oh, shit. I've always really liked the cutscenes of this game. Around the time this game come out, you didn't get a lot of, like, fully voiced cutscenes. A lot of the times they would resort to text boxes or subtitles halfway through. Another very special thing about this game is that it had individual, like, their mouths appear to be moving, but they're not. They're just changing the texture of the face to a completely different face every time they say something. It's like, this was the first time I ever saw, like, a 3D anime, more or less. See, like, his mouth isn't physically moving like textures and models do today. They're just changing the face out for a different one when his mouth moves, and his eyes change. This was just unheard of at this point in time, 1997. And it just doesn't get the credit that it deserves. It's the truth. And it also had a sequel and a spin-off, Mega Man Legends 2, and then there was The Adventures of Tron Bonne, or The Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Misadventures of Tron Bonne has been one of the highest priced fucking PlayStation 1 games that I know of. And I've always wanted to secure a copy. I own copies of Mega Man Legends 1 and 2, and they both go for pretty high prices. But Tron Bonne will go anywhere from like 150 upwards, depending on the condition of it. So, but what's funny is that it's a spin-off that wasn't even all that great. And it's gotten a release on PS1 Classics, so you can buy it for $6 for your PSP or your Vita or your PS3. I don't know if PS1 Classics are on PS4 now. You can answer that question for me if you know. I don't own a PS4, but I've recently purchased one. It's coming in the mail right as we speak. Should be here in a few days. I got Bloodborne, the Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, and I bought like a little bundle. It came with Injustice, I think. I think it also had The Last of Us, like a digital download. The Last of Us is one that Kyle has desperately wanted to play on YouTube's, so I might just kind of give him the controller, hit record, let him go, because that usually doesn't happen. He hardly ever plays while I watch. Like, often I'll play a game and he'll just sit here and watch. He's not here for this video right here. He could be for later episodes of Mega Man Legends, who's to say? No, I have a pretty bad habit of playing games and not, like, pulling through with them, finishing them, but this is one that I will finish. Even if it gets fucking one view, and that view is me, I'm going to play this game. Because, obviously, if it hasn't pulled through yet, my passion for this game is pretty high. I love the character designs. Roll looks so cool. This is my favorite version of Roll, and my favorite version of Mega Man. Hands down. And that's hard to say, because there's a lot of cool versions of Mega Man. Some of the Rolls aren't really that great, so, I mean, this version of Roll is... I'd say most would probably agree that she's the best one. I like that she didn't care to get in there and get her fucking hands dirty. The old Rolls, she was like, oh no, I'm a little girl. And this one's like, fucking let's get in there and do shit. So look at her piling this airship like a boss. Oh, look at that. That island is so high res. It's not. It's 1997 though, get over yourself. You're about to find out what makes that island that looks like nothing so cool. Okay, I gotta admit, that looks pretty shitty. But trust me when I say this. When I first saw this, when I was 11 years old, these were amazeballs graphics. You looked at these graphics and you were like, hey, son, damn, that's good. And they were. I'm not gonna say that they still hold up, but they're not atrocious to look at. Listen to them stock bird effects, they're good. This looks pretty bad. I also like Barrel, he's just cool. He's kind of like your grandpappy. But he's like a fucking half of his face is robotic. That's pretty fucking cool. Look at the Look how they like changed the texture of the airship there to have like trees in its window and stuff. That's smart. We'll be here for a while.
This island, what do you call it, Mega Man?
Catalogs? Must have a town or city somewhere. I'm willing to bet that you're right, Grandpappy. Let me go take a look with my sweet-ass armor. See, and look at this motherfucker. This is Data. He is so cool. Look at him, he's a little dancing monkey. I mean, we've been together for years, right? Oh, come talk to me if you want to save, okay? Yeah, let's save the fucking game, dancing monkey man. Look at it checking the data. Primitive fucking piece of shit game console. What a fucking bunch of ass. Well, on that note, I'm going to start finding a city. Willing to bet there's one over that way. But come back tomorrow on Can Man Gaming and find out what is over there. Like, comment, and subscribe if you dare. This isn't horror month. I don't know why I'm saying all this shit. Goodbye. Oh, look at there.